When something breaks, I feel as though people understand that I'm really doing something. Like, oh, it broke, the music stopped. People kind of like epic failures and the triumph of everything going back to normal. Hey, I'm Tokimonsta here in Toronto at Moog Audio, and you're watching Thump.
Welcome to Moog Audio. We pretty much provide like the bulk of electronic artists in the city with the gear that they really need.
Many oscillators.
Yeah.
Well, I became a producer in the beginning mostly just to create. It wasn't a career path. I wanted to create music and it was a hobby. It was like this really pivotal time where I was getting a lot of traction with my music. And so before I go from this job into finding another one or going back to school again, why don't I just try pursuing music? And ever since then I've been doing it full time.
Do you produce all your music at home?
So over the course of years, with all the traveling, I've learned to produce on the road as well. Mm-hmm. So that means incorporating a lot of like virtual instruments.
Yeah.
I don't usually get to sightsee or do anything like that. My main things are really food, record shops, and if I have the ability or if the city has it, a synth shop. This is fairly rare. I mean, we have some shops in LA too, but they're not super central, so you do have to drive out of the way to get to the really good ones.
We don't ever schedule appointments. Mm-hmm. Generally, we leave all this open to the public to try, get your hands on it and see the tactile.
Really awe-inspiring. As far as past releases, what I'm particularly attached to is this one called Bedtime Lullabies. It was the first thing I ever put out by myself, and it was all original production. It was all me and my friend put it out. It's kind of a rarity. I only have like 2 copies of it myself. You can just sit here for hours and just
you can
grow an entire beard. I don't know if I can grow a beard.
You would grow a beard
if
you got into this?
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Well, I tend to look at my older work and accept it for what it is. Like, there's things I would want to change, but that's why it defined me at that moment. Like, at that time I didn't know how to compress anything, that's why it sounds like that, but it gave it a character, and I'll keep moving forward, and I'll always be proud and slightly cringy about my old stuff. As you should, I'm one to embrace the past and the future, so I do really like the idea of using analog gear, but I do like VSTs too.
Absolutely.
But then you'll never be able to recreate the sound of like an analog filter.
No, but I mean, computers do things that these things can't.
If I were to sit here right now and go, I'm completely happy with everything that I've done, I'm completely happy with myself and my music, I have nowhere to go. It's having this bit of self-doubt. It sounds really negative, but it's almost feeling like I'm capable of doing better. And that sort of hunger and motivation keeps you creating more and often, and makes it so that when you make one track at that moment, you're like, I killed it, this is amazing. This is way better than every other song I've ever made. And it won't be, because then, you'll make another song and be like, this one's way better than that one song that I said was better than everything. Oh, is it raining?
Yeah, it's pouring. It's gonna be a thunderstorm.
How did that just happen? The beat scene it's crazy what it's become. I mean, for me, I'm really amazed by how it's progressed. And now you have these like 2nd generation guys or 3rd generation guys or whatever, People like Flying Lotus, or you have people like Glitch Mob, or you have people like No Such Thing, or myself. And then you have these people that are going to Low End Theory, and they're like, they're all around the same age or whatever, but you see the Soulection come up and grab, and the HW&W and Team Supreme come up, and then you see like someone like Flume. When I was starting off, we made weird stuff. It was like the weird music to listen to. I was once super left of center. I've been slowly pushed into the center. Naturally, I didn't have to do anything, and now everyone gets it. It's like, wow, how does that make sense? I try not to view any of it with cynicism. Because a lot of people are like old school, like, oh, it's changed, it's not like as cool as it used to be. That's all bullshit. I think it's great. Everything is great. Anything that progresses forward is great. And if it were to fade away, then it's meant to be. If it stays, that's something that's valuable.